This is NEM 2014 again. I'm really privileged to have with me here in our interview session room Sam Moorty, founder, CEO, Icons and Images. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Good morning.
You're doing a lot of branding and you try to find a way how to really brand some products and companies. Is it possible to be brand without any branding?
There is a distinction between brand and branding. By branding, if it's the assignment of a symbol or a name to a product, yes, it is possible to be a brand without that branding. However, that's not advisable. Only because it stops people from seeking you out. You're always limited to people who know about you. You cannot reach new people because they don't know what to look for. All right? The point is, think back to when you were in university. You always had a favorite hangout for a beer or for coffee or for a pizza. And you automatically gravitated there without thinking about where you're going. So that was the brand, because that offered you an experience that was better for you than competing offers. Now, if that place didn't have a name or a logo or a symbol, you wouldn't be able to tell people, meet me there. But I'm on that street somewhere, come and look for me. That's what it would be. So yes, there is a distinction between brand and branding, but it's always advisable for a brand to have a symbol or a name that allows people to seek it out.
There was an interesting question. What is the second screen other than broadcasting live television that could reach a really interesting audience and,
right,
put the message on advertisements on? And you said, other than Parag said, it's mobile, you said it's remote control.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Why? Do you think that remote control is still king of any control?
It's probably the most dangerous piece of equipment at home. First of all, there's always a fight about who gets to hold it. But more importantly, and that's what I think marketing is recognizing. We've always left the choice of engagement with the viewer. He or she could mute it, switch it off, change channel when he or she doesn't like what's on the screen. Mm-hmm. And we started to recognize the point of engagement only with the second screen or multiple screens and so on. Earlier it was assumed, as Andrew pointed out, you have one message or two messages and you send that to a mass and everybody is viewing it, everybody engages with it, it resonates and they take action. Not necessarily so, and I think the remote has a huge role to play. More so now, because if you could have, you can pause a program, rewind, you can skip commercials very easily when you're watching that. So.
When we're talking about commercials and advertising, there is a broadcast television as analog, and there is a digital channels, SVODs, OTTs. Do really advertisers know the difference, how to put the message or how to put advertise on that primal screen and that second screen? It should be different or the same version of messages of advertising.
It should be different. And that difference is driven by engagement. If you look at print advertising, the kind of print advertising you see in newspapers is more often different from what you will see in a magazine, only because the time a magazine reader spends with that publication is far more than what he or she would spend reading a newspaper. So the time for engagement is higher. Similarly, with the second screen, the time for engagement or the quality of engagement is higher because it is a more private viewing experience.
Thank you for joining us here in a quick session room for NEM 2014. Thank you for coming.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.